Yes. So next property is the reactivity. Okay, so chemical reactivity is the next property. What is the chemical reactivity? When the tendency to lose or gain electron increases. Again I am repeating, when the tendency to lose or gain electron increases, at that time elements are becoming more and more reactive. If the tendency is more, either gaining or losing. Okay, if the tendency is more, at that time they are becoming is more, then the reactivity is more. So this again depending upon the size, atomic size and nuclear charge. When atomic size increases, atomic size increases, the tendency of losing or gaining electron changes. So accordingly the reactivity changes. Again, when the nuclear charge increases, the tendency to lose or gain electron changes. So accordingly the reactivity changes. So how it is changing, we are going to show by a ray diagram. Come to blackboard. So along a period what happened, this is the left to right, this is the leftmost part, this is the rightmost part. Okay, so left side elements, they are having 3 electrons in the outermost cell. So the reactivity goes on decreasing because losing 1 electron is more easier than losing 3 electrons. So tendency decreasing up to 14th group. Okay, up to 14th group the tendency decreasing. So tendency is goes on decreasing up to 14th group. After that the number of electrons become in the outermost cell, it becomes 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 14th group it is 4. After that 5, 6, 7. So tendency to gain electron also increases. So along that your reactivity changes. The 14th group, that is the silicon group, that is having the least reactivity. That means reactivity first decreasing then increasing. Understood? Then what about the groups? What about the groups? When you are going down the group in the left side, in the metallic side, when you are going down, the tendency to lose lose electron increases. That means reactivity increases. On the left side reactivity increases, but in right side the tendency to gain electron decreases. Okay, so reactivity decreases. Understood? Again I am repeating, what is the chemical reactivity? Chemical reactivity goes on increasing up to 14th, decreasing up to 14th group, then it is increasing, and goes on increasing on left side, goes on decreasing on right side. So this is about your chemical reactivity. Next things, okay, so when you are looking the third period, already I show you third period elements. First the highest reactive element is your sodium. Magnesium is less than sodium, then aluminum is less reactive than magnesium. So reactivity decreasing, goes on decreasing, and the least reactive element is your silicon. After that again reactivity increases, goes on increasing up to your chlorine. Chlorine is again highest reactive. Okay, so these are the trend of chemical reactivity. Other than that, some physical properties, trend of changing physical property like your boiling point, melting point, density, they are also going on periodic change, and the list is given in your book. Cause is not needed. So go through the headlines only, how the trend is changing. For example, melting point and boiling point in the alkali metals goes on decreasing when you are going down a group. Okay, again melting point and boiling point goes on decreasing when you are going along a period. Likely some records are given in your book, you can go through. Okay, so next important periodic property is your ionization potential or ionization enthalpy. Okay, ionization potential, most commonly it is known as ionization potential. Okay, so ionization potential, how can you understand ionization potential? So you know atom you can imagine as a nuclear field or in a charge field you can understand. So in the center nucleus, the positive nucleus is a positively charged, and around it the charge field is experienced. So according to your electrostatic force, you read already in physics, when a uni negative ion coming out from the charge field to the open field, it gains some energy and it is coming out from the energy field. So for that you have to add some energy to remove this electron. This amount of energy is known as your ionization potential. Understood? Again I am repeating, when any electron is coming out of the nuclear charge field to the open field, it is coming out of the influence of the positive charge, you have to supply energy. That amount of energy is known as your ionization potential. So how can you show this one? Suppose X is your element. When you are giving some amount of energy, it will give you X plus charge with 1 electron. Here energy I am writing in this form, okay, or you can write as a capital E, okay. So element, when you are giving some energy, it is giving the unipositive charge along with this electron, okay. This is the electron. So this one is known as your ionization potential. The ionization potential is given as a as written as IE, and with a unit electron volt per atom, okay. It is the smaller unit, and bigger unit is kilojoule per mole, okay. Understood? Then we can define ionization potential is the amount of energy needed to change one isolated gaseous atom into unipositive charge, okay. So why I am saying the isolated gaseous atom? Because some amount of energy to needed to isolate the atom from the molecule, again some amount of energy needed to change the element from different states. Suppose solid, liquid, you have to change it into gaseous form. That an amount of energy cannot be included in the ionization potential. Ionization potential is strictly the amount of energy needed to change a isolated gaseous atom into the unipositive ion, okay. So how the trends? Again it is depending upon the same two factors, atomic size and nuclear charge, okay. So come to below, okay. So atomic size, as atomic size increases down a group, along a group, the atomic size goes on increasing, already we discussed. So when atomic size increases, the tendency to lose electron increases. That means it is easier to lose one electron when we are going down a group. So ionization potential or ionization energy also goes on decreasing along a group, okay. Again I am saying, when atomic size increases, the hole between nucleus and outermost cell decreases. That means you can remove one electron easily from the outermost cell. That means ionization potential is decreasing down a group. Again nuclear charge, as nuclear charge increases, that is along a period, as nuclear charge increases, what happens? The hole between nucleus and outermost cell increases. That means there is harder to remove one electron. When the nuclear charge, positive charge increases, it is harder to remove one electron from the cell. So ionization potential increasing in this way. Here it is decreasing, here ionization potential increasing along a period. So you can see the 17th period, the halogen period, it is almost impossible to remove one electron. So say they are showing completely non-metallic character. I think you are understanding. Okay. So according to this trend, you can see helium, the leftmost corner element, that is having the highest ionization potential, and lower and the diagonal wise you can find out the lower element, that is the cesium. Cesium is having the least ionization potential. Why I am not saying francium? Again, the radioactivity property. So here I am concluding today's lecture. Okay, next property I am going to discuss in the next period. So homework is the in-text question answers. Again, one in-text question is we are coming across. You have to complete that one. And next class we are going to conduct through online, through your Zoom app, and you can get ready with your questions so we can discuss. Okay, thank you.